During what seemed like a routine traffic stop in Florida earlier this week, Charlie Moore, a 23-year-old woman from Jacksonville, Florida, pulled out an explosive device and tried to light it. Fortunately, one of the officers who stopped her over was able to snatch it away and safely arrest her. Concerned, the arresting officers then called for a bomb squad team to search the rest of the car. After searching the rest of the car, they found several other explosive devices and what appeared to be multiple disguises. Shockingly, when asked where she was going with the explosives, she confessed that she was on her way to her boss' house. The incident reportedly began when two unidentified deputies with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, JSO, pulled over Moore because she was driving what they believed to be a suspicious vehicle. During the traffic stop, one of the officers tried asking Moore multiple times to step out of the vehicle. Moore, however, ignored his multiple verbal commands and instead began reaching under her seat. Worried about what she may be reaching for, he grabbed a hold of her and tried pulling her out of the window. As the two struggled, the other officer rushed over to the other side of the vehicle. Thinking quickly, he climbed in through the passenger side, grabbed the explosive away from her, and placed her in handcuffs. After being arrested, Moore was taken to the Duval County Jail and charged with possession of a destructive device, aggravated assault on police and resisting police with violence. Her bail was consequently set at $615,500. Unsurprisingly, several neighbors who live nearby were shocked when they heard about what happened. "This is scary," stated Crystal Chavez, who reportedly lives steps away from where Moore was pulled over, while speaking with reporters. "I just can't imagine," she added, noting, "It's scary, it's this close to home." According to reports, this isn't the first time Moore has had a problem with the police. Back in 2015, for instance, officers were called to assist in evicting her from her former apartment. While being removed, she apparently spat in the face of an officer and bit him on his right forearm. As a result, she was arrested, charged with resisting and battery on a law enforcement officer, and sentenced to 6 months behind bars. Sadly, officers have to deal with unusual traffic stops on a regular basis. For example, last month, a man was arrested in Oklahoma for speeding and driving with a revoked license. Bizarrely, at the time of his arrest, he had nothing but a thong on and was covered in Vaseline. Specifically, Deputy Daryl Beebe of the Garfield County Sheriff's Office pulled over 54-year-old John Wayne Kellerman for driving 57 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. After what Beebe described as a delayed response, Kellerman finally pulled over. Upon approaching the car, Beebe saw that Kellerman was almost completely naked, except for a thong bikini, with Vaseline all over his body. According to the police report later filed by Beebe, an empty jar of Vaseline and a pornographic magazine was sitting next to Kellerman at the time. When asked what on earth was going on, Kellerman confessed that he had been masturbating. Advertisement. Beebe then asked for his identification. Kellerman, who was reportedly trembling and appeared extremely nervous, complied with the officer's request and promptly handed him a Vaseline-covered Oklahoma identification card with his name on it. Embarrassed, he grabbed a semen rag and offered it to Beebe so that he can wipe the jelly off of the card. Unsurprisingly, Beebe didn't take him up on his offer. Instead, he returned to his patrol car and ran a check on Kellerman's license and searched for any outstanding warrants. Although he didn't have any outstanding warrants, Beebe discovered that his license wasn't valid. In fact, it apparently hasn't been valid since April 1985. As a consequence, Kellerman was subsequently arrested and charged with driving with an expired license and speeding. Kellerman's bail was set at $1,000, which has since been posted. His next court appearance will be on November 14. Without a doubt, police officers encounter a wide variety of criminals during traffic stops. Thankfully, as seen with Moore, when they come across a dangerous situation, they're typically trained well enough to handle it. The same can be said for situations that are less dangerous and more bizarre, which was seen in Kellerman's case.